So I just finished doing 20 singles of power cleans or muscle cleans, whatever the term is for my stage in the progression of learning how to actually do the full clean. 100 kilos is my best I've ever done, and I did that today for 20 singles. I wasn't setting out to do 20 singles, I wanted to practice, so I think 10 was the original idea. And then I felt like I was getting a little bit more and more confident. I was kind of learning what I'm doing in my arms. At the start of the session, I was, doing the bar, then 40, then 60, and I was incorporating some of the things that you guys were talking about, which is like, keeping your arms straight, like hooks. Don't pull with them early. Wait for the contact on the thighs and then pull. All of that stuff makes sense when the weights are light, and so that's what the warm-ups are for, practicing proper technique. But then the moment I got to I want to say 80 kilos and above, even 60s were kind of a little bit rough, but 80 kilos and above, I started feeling like I was, I don't know, so like the act of me going from over the knees to get that contact, I feel like I lose all my power. My timing is off. I basically go to zero power. And so then I don't have any upward momentum. So it's gonna take a long time. I know this. And I feel like doing days like this where I'm just practicing my free throws, like a basketball term, practicing keeping my elbow in and follow through. It's a skill thing, right? Obviously this is a very, very complex skill, very foreign skill, and there's a lot of weight, so there's risk for injury. So it's different to basketball and many other team sports. But I feel like, practicing under a heavy weight, because there's so many things I need to learn. It's not just hip contact. It's, understanding the feel of the bar, understanding that, I need to get under it, the fear of getting under it, what my leans are doing, what my stance is, what my grip on the bar is, where am I looking, what's my chest doing, how tight am I getting, there's so many different things. It's all new. So everything that I do it's almost like a data overload. There's so many cues. And so, if I'm teaching somebody how to play basketball, I'm not telling them 100 things to focus on. No, I give them one lesson. I'm like, okay, try and put your hand in the cookie jar at the end of it. So just try and flick your wrist at the end of it. Try and follow through. Try and follow through. And then when you get the hang of that and it's almost like second nature, then you introduce another thing. You don't give somebody a freaking spreadsheet of 100 freaking cues. It's just too much overload. So I understand the whole contact is very, very important. But one thing that I've known is that there's multiple things that I incorporated when you're trying to teach somebody a new skill. And there is, let's say, a spreadsheet of things that are, argued upon and agreed upon, or what the flow should be. Let's say if that even exists. I know there's many schools of weightlifting around the world, and they all have different ideas as well. But for me, one of the biggest things is it needs to be fun. It needs to be fun, and me sitting around here with a broomstick for 2 hours is not going to happen. But me, throwing some weight around for 2 hours, it is going to happen. So I spent 2 hours today doing 20 singles. The whole workout, I did some squats as well, which were kind of tucked in at the end. I was very tired, but because I spent so much time, beautiful day out here, Sunday, all of that stuff. Kids are running around playing in the dirt over there, and they're coming, oh, what's Dad doing for such a long time? And then I started teaching them. Now, who am I to teach anybody, right? I don't know how to weight lift. But I know a few things. I've seen weightlifters, and so I'd go on the phone, I'll show them the all things gym, a page of all the slow-mos of Carlos, the Bulgarian guy, doing a Lasha, all these guys, and I'm like, slow-mo, this is what we're trying to do. This is what Dad's trying to do. I'm not doing it the way they're doing it, but I'm trying. And so I'm teaching them how to do it with the broomstick. And one thing that I've kind of noticed being a dad is that kids have, they almost have a difficult time learning how to hip hinge. Everything with them is upright, squatty kind of patterns. They're not very good at hinging. So I'm trying to teach them to keep a flat back, trying to teach them how to stick their bum back, and it's very difficult for them to kind of understand, because they're like natural squatters, like babies and toddlers and small kids. They're like natural squatters. So teaching them how to hip hinge is a difficult thing for them. And I don't know whether it's because their body proportions are such where they've got this massive freaking head in relation to their body, and so when they tip over, they're like, oh my God, I have no strength there because this lollipop is just hanging over the top of everything. But the act of me trying to teach them was almost like reinforcing some of the thoughts that I had. Like, okay, I have 1% of the knowledge that I have that's needed to learn the full thing. But then even that 1% of stuff that I do know, trying to relay that to somebody who's got 0%, it's kind of like reinforces the stuff that I know. Okay, so we need straight arms, we need that bar to be really close to the shins and the thighs. There's a certain position, and so you need a flat back, you need to look up a little bit. Basic stuff, right? A lot of that stuff carries over to deadlifting as well. But it was interesting. It was interesting trying to teach them all that. So after 20 singles, I dare say, I feel better and better and better. Yesterday I did 10 singles, today I did 20 singles. Tomorrow is probably going to be maybe another 10 singles, depends on what the day brings. We have to run around, school drop off, pick up, all that stuff. But today, kids were running around. Lovely day, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to go inside. I'll chill out with them out here all day. And it's very, very fun. Olympic weightlifting, I mean, this is not even Olympic weightlifting. This is just like lesson one of Olympic weightlifting. It's fun. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it exactly. It hits all the right muscles. I feel athletic. I feel intrigued because it's like a video game, right? It's difficult, but it's not too difficult that you can't even do one rep. So I can do reps with it with decent weight. So it's fun. It's a huge challenge, and it's kind of like, it's the right mixture of difficulty and fun, and you get, you get endorphin release when you're throwing weight around. So, yeah, I can see, I'm doing a lot of, power cleaning at the moment. And it's feeling good. And my hips are feeling great. My body's feeling great. I thought about doing deadlifting today. That was kind of the original plan, to do a few cleans and then transition into deadlifting, working up to something. But then I thought, I just want to spend more time doing this. So I don't know, like eventually when I go back to doing actual deadlifts, whether I'm going to be stronger off the ground, because this is speed training, right? This is essentially what Louis used to talk about all the time. We should all be cleaning. He couldn't clean because of his shoulders and his biceps, and elbows were screwed, everything, he was fully damaged. But he always used to say that if you're interested in strength, cleaning is one of the best things you can do. It's essentially a speed day. The only trouble is there's a fair bit of technique. So, if I had the proper technique, maybe I'll be doing 3 plates, not 2 plates. But anyway, maybe that will come eventually. It's about syncing all of the different joints, the hip extension, the ankle, the knee, like all of the extension, and then once you get that contact, then you progress the bar. But right now, I start to pull my arms like at the knees, essentially. So I'm off, but have a bit of fun, keep coming back. I'll be honest with you. I don't know whether this is a popular opinion, but if I had a coach here and he had me with a freaking broomstick for 2 months, I don't want to sign up to that, dude. I'm too old for that, man. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that keen on that. For me, that's always been like that as well. Like even with squatting and deadlifting, I like my own pace. I like my own exploration. I like my own mistakes. Sure, it's not the most efficient, but it's, at the end of the day, this is exercise. It's exercise, and it keeps me coming back. And I don't know if a lot of people take that into account. They talk about efficiency, they talk about the optimal thing to do, but if you're not doing it at all, if you quit after 3 weeks because you're bored out of your freaking skull, it's not driving you, you're not excited about it, how optimal is that? So there's that component as well, like how keen are you to do it? And I feel when people customize the said task, what they want to be doing to their liking, they're going to be coming back to, they're going to fall in love with it, right? We all fall in love with different things for different reasons. So I think it's important to have that connection with whatever you're doing. There's no one box that we all fit in. Whether you want to talk about efficiency or not, like I said, it's not efficient when you stop. I don't know how many times I hear, oh, this is the best program for weight loss, do it. It's not tailored to that individual. That individual stops after a month. They're back on putting on weight. So you need to work around yourself. And this is something that I learned. Freaking almost 1,500 days in a row of doing this. And it's based upon this idea that I do what I want. And it's a daily adjustment, daily customization. Today I felt like doing 20 sets of 1. That's it. I did it. I went with the flow. I'm going with the flow. And I feel like if you get that flow, then you can get the consistency and the discipline that people talk about. It's fun to me. It's fun to me to do that. Tomorrow, all I know is I'm going to come in and bench. I want to do some doubles, but I'm not stressing about it tonight. I'm not going to be sleeping, oh my God, it's going to be a hard workout tomorrow. I got to work on the elbows. I'll do some more cleans. No, man, I'll just wake up and see what's up. I'll see what's up. That's kind of how I do things. And this is my recommendation to all of you guys. If you want to get good at something, make it seem fun, make it fun for you, and then just put in the time, because we all do things that are fun. It's not a chore. Chore for me is going to work. That's a chore for me. I can't go in there and do whatever the hell I want to do over there. Over there, it's very much optimal, efficiency, evidence-based practice. Boring. It's the optimal way, but you don't see me working 24/7. I'm not picking up extra shifts at the hospital, working 8 days a week, 10 days a week, 10 shifts a week. I'm not doing that. It doesn't excite me like that. Because it's not customized to what I want. It's very much one box. We all have to fit in there. You're going to make that your hobby? Is that how you're going to approach your hobby? Or we're going to evidence-based practice? Everyone at the top thinks this is the best way to do it. That's cool, man, but I ain't doing that. Because I know I'll quit after 2 months, after a month. I can't be bothered spending a year pissing around with small weight. I need to have fun with this stuff. And when I started playing basketball, like my favorite sport on the planet, it was fun. You know, I picked that ball up, we played 3-on-3, my brother's playing with the older guys, I'm kind of playing with the younger guys, and then somebody gets injured, I jump in and I'm playing with the older guys, and I'm playing how I want to play. I wasn't shooting like perfect shots, I was just playing how I want to play. Once you develop the love, right, once you're locked into a journey, then you can start tweaking. But a lot of people say, but you're wasting a lot of time, because then you have to undo a lot of the wrongs, a lot of the habits. No, the number one habit that you've built is love. Once you have love, everything else is going to come. But if you start with the boring stuff first and then you quit, that's not how you do it, man. Let play around, mess around, do whatever the hell you want to do. And once you develop the love, you're going to develop that passion, the discipline, the want, the fire to really kind of going to that next level. That's when you start, putting in the boring stuff. But you don't want to be bored day one, man. You're gonna not come back. And that to me, 20 sets of one, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I loved it. And I'll probably do that tomorrow, because I'm like, let me see tomorrow if tomorrow feels even better with 100. That's cool to me. It's character progression the way I want it to be. Anyway, I'm telling you how I approach these things in life. I go for love, man. Once you develop the love and the want, and once you're rocking up every single day, anything's possible. Simple as that. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.